Yeah. Blackjack. Life is like a game of cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Yeah. Blackjack. To play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Hey, what up, guys? Welcome back. It's your boy Delray Richardson, platinum songwriter, platinum artist, Straight Game TV, coming back at you today, man. I got a bombshell. I got a super exclusive, never before been seen. I want to first send a shout out to the gentleman that sent me the actual contracts and paperwork. Thanks for checking out the channel. Y'all might want to take this and share this. Like I say, click the like button, click the share button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm gonna be bringing you stuff that nobody else in regards to my late brother and friend Tupac Shakur. Like I said, this is a bombshell, and I'm gonna get right into it. I'm not even gonna bore you with the theatrics. What I have here is I have the agreement signed by Tupac Shakur, accepting the terms with himself, Out the Gutter Records, Interscope, and the Atlantic Corporation, Atlantic Records, in regards to Tupac's bail and them putting up the money to bail him out. And it's signed by Tupac Shakur. I also have the actual bail agreement as to what was going to be put up and how that situation would work out. And I also have as a stamp of approval, and it'll end all talk about any conversation from this day forward as to where Tupac mindset was, why he was so fast to get the music done and those albums, because he knew what was up, because he signed this. And so what I want you to understand is I also have the corporate guarantee signed by the Secretary and Vice President of Atlantic Records, Mr. Fred Wistow, and I'm gonna read it through, and then I'll post the actual documents after I finish reading it to you, because I want you to understand this is some powerful information, man. Like I say once again, and I'm gonna get into it right now. Check it out. It says, and this is from Interscope Records to Out the Gutter Records, and it says, gentlemen, the following, when signed by you and us, Interscope, will amend, modify, and form a part of an agreement dated November 13th, 1993, between Interscope and Out the Gutter Records, ODG Records, as successor in interest to TNT Records regarding the exclusive recording services of Tupac Shakur, as amended hereinafter, referred to as the recording agreement, unless otherwise stated. All terms defined in the agreement will have the same meaning when used below. Reference is hereby made to the agreement dated as of October 3rd, 1995, between Out the Gutter Records, Tupac Shakur, Interscope Records, and Atlantic Records Corporation, Atlantic, regarding certain financial commitments made by Interscope and Atlantic on Shakur's behalf, for the purpose of securing Shakur's release on bail pending an appeal from the state prison in New York, hereinafter referred to as the bail agreement. ODG Records and Shakur agree that monies expended by Interscope pursuant to the terms and conditions of the bail agreement shall be recoupable from and otherwise chargeable against any and all monies paid as of the date hereof, or hereinafter but payable to ODG Records and or Shakur pursuant to the recording agreement. I want you to listen to this because this is real powerful, and this will explain a lot to you as who Tupac had to answer to. It wasn't DeathRow and it wasn't Suge Knight. Listen to this. Additionally, ODG Records and Shakur agree to use their best efforts and shall diligently cooperate with Interscope on a first priority basis in connection therewith to produce a compilation record comprised of Shakur's here for unreleased existing master recordings. Did you hear that? On a first priority basis. Let me read that one more time. Additionally, ODG Records and Shakur agreed to use their best efforts and shall diligently cooperate with Interscope on a first priority basis in connection therewith to produce a compilation record comprised of Shakur's heretofore unreleased existing master recordings. So basically what that means is Tupac wasn't reporting to DeathRow. Tupac wasn't reporting to Suge Knight. Tupac was actually signed under his own record label, Out the Gutter Records. And I tried to tell the world this, but, like I said, you got a lot of people who want to, like I said, innuendo, speculation, speaking on things they really don't know. And like I said, my thing is, I love the business side of the music industry because that's where the money's made. You know what I mean? Publishing, licensing, and things of that nature. Those are the things that get me excited. Like I said, if you have, right now, if you have a little bit of talent, you can move. But check this out. The last paragraph, and I want you to pay real close attention to this so that you'll understand where I'm coming from. And it says, except as specifically modified herein, the recording agreement shall be unaffected and shall remain in full force and effect. And this is signed on October 4th, 1995 by an authorized signatory, Tupac Shakur, for Out the Gutter Records. And it's signed, assented to, Tupac agreed to as himself, the individual and the artist, and it's signed by Tupac Shakur. So basically what that says is the deal that they had done with Tupac from November 13th, 1993, and the deal, the letter that was being written in regards to the bail agreement on October 3rd, 1995, as of October 4th, 1995, this is the contract that Tupac was under. He was never signed with Death Row. And like I said, once again, so now we understand the psychological aspect of where Tupac was in his mental capacity when he got out of prison, because that's why he worked so hard and so diligently, because he owed those 3 albums to Interscope. And he handled his business accordingly like he was supposed to. Once again, this is the document that people have been waiting to see. And people always have made, like I said, different, statements in regards to that. You had XXL, you had The Source Magazine, even Vlad TV, a whole bunch of other channels out there had people, basically stating that, Suge put up $1.5 million to bail Tupac out of jail. And like I said, I want to commend the gentleman for sending me the paperwork. But now I'm going to get into the actual, and I'm going to post this after I finish reading it. This is Exhibit A that was to be submitted to the court along with the bail agreement. And Exhibit A is the guarantee of Atlantic Recording Corporation, which means, like I told you before, they put up an $850,000 guarantee. Interscope put up $250,000, and the bail bonds company put up the other $300,000. And you seen in the letter that I just read you that was going to be charged against Tupac's royalties. No more speculation. This is the agreement that Tupac signed. But right here, this is the actual guarantee of the guarantee, basically the bail guarantee from Atlantic Recording Corporation. And it says, Atlantic Recording Corporation, a Delaware corporation, hereinafter corporation, pursuant to a unanimous consent of the board of directors of the corporation dated September 25th, 1995, hereby unconditionally guarantees that should Tupac Shakur, a defendant in the matter entitled The People versus Shakur ETAL, New York County, indictment number 11578-93, failed to comply with any court order resulting in the judicial determination that his bail pending appeal in this matter be forfeited, the corporation will pay to the people of the state of New York the sum of $850,000. Dated New York, New York, September 1995, and is signed by Atlantic Recordings Corporation, title Vice President and Secretary, Mr. Fred Wistow. Boom. Yeah. Like I said, once again, I just wanted to clear this up because it's very important that we have the facts in this matter. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually post the agreements. I'm going to put my little watermark, because these documents, have never been seen before from my best observation and research. And like I said, once again, it's powerful, man. It's powerful. So now you understand where Tupac was in his mental state. Tupac wasn't signed to Death Row. Tupac was still signed to his own company, Out the Gutter Records. Phenomenal gentleman. He handled his business. And so, in the cold part about it is, the document that he had signed, that 5-page document coming out of Dannemora that he had signed with Suge in Death Row, basically saying, the deal. It was a deal memo, basically saying that they would do a contract when he got out of jail, right? Could no contract be done? And the cold part about that was that was actually signed before this letter was signed. Get it? Tupac signed that Death Row letter before he actually signed this. September, right? September 15th. This right here, this is signed October 4th. They basically Atlantic and Interscope basically letting it know our contract agreement doesn't change. That agreement that you signed with them doesn't mean anything. Ain't nothing gonna change. You're still under our contract. We're gonna put up the money for the bail and the bail money to be recouped, and we're gonna put up the corporate guarantee. You still with us. You just gonna record over there under Death Row. And we're okay with that. Why? Once again, because Death Row was distributed through Interscope in the same relationship. So like I said, Tupac was basically his own man. Give him his props, y'all. Give Tupac a round of applause, because he handled his business like he was supposed to. So all of even when people say, well, Suge Knight, he had a benefit, he could benefit from Tupac dying and all of that, not true at all. This also proves that and wipes that slate clean too. So we know Suge ain't had nothing to do with Tupac passing, no setup, no none of that. These are facts. I'm not talking about what I feel, taking sides. I don't have a side to take. Like I said, once again, I'm just here to bring the facts. Like I said, I love the brother Tupac Shakur, a friend of mine. We hung out a few times. Like I said, I sold 1 million records with him. You see the plaque on the wall right there. And so, yeah, powerful information. So like I said, your boy Delray, Straight Game TV, Bombshell exclusive, dropped it for you today. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to actually do the next video or video soon. I must just say soon, with the actual bail agreement. And Tupac signed that also with Interscope. Your boy, Delray, Straight Game.